Joining me now live over Zoom is Duquesne University Professor of Law, Bruce Ledowitz. Professor, thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you for having me.
Can you walk the viewers through how the process to appoint a new Supreme Court justice works?
Well, basically, we don't have a filibuster, so the president nominates and a majority in the Senate confirms. There are Senate rules about having hearings, of course, but they certainly can be easily rushed to meet this timetable if that's what the Republicans in the Senate decide to do.
What is the issue with this potential appointment?
Well, the issue comes down to this. In 2016, Mitch McConnell, the Republican majority leader in the Senate, said at the time when Justice Scalia passed away, let the American people decide. Justice Scalia passed away in February of an election year, and of course now it's September, just a few weeks from the vote. And this was a principle. He announced this as a principle in 2016, and he should be held to that. That is a matter not of abortion or anything else. And I want to add here, so people don't misunderstand, I'm a pro-life Democrat. I'm happy to see Roe versus Wade overturned. But this is not the way to do it. You don't accomplish a good end by lies, and the end doesn't justify the means. And if this happens, it's inevitable that there will be court packing by the Democrats. I've also argued for 2 years in print and other places against court packing on the ground that although the Democrats might have the power to do it, they shouldn't do it because it would violate a traditional norm. The same thing here. The Republicans undoubtedly have the power to do this, but they should not do it. They should obey the very principle that they announced in 2016 with great clarity. They didn't give Merrick Garland a hearing. I thought that they should, but they didn't. They said it should be left to the voters. It should be left to the voters this time too.
Other than 2016, is there any historical precedent that we can look to for guidance right now?
Well, no, I don't think this is a matter of history. This has nothing to do with history. Mitch McConnell didn't have to announce in 2016 that let the voters decide. He could have held a hearing and could have had a vote. He could have voted down Merrick Garland. He decided not to. He met with the caucus. He spoke for the Republican caucus. He said the principle is let the American people decide. And that's the standard. He set that standard, and a number of Republican senators, including Senator Toomey, echoed that standard. That's the standard that should apply. They should be held to their own word.
What do you say when now many say, well, that was a different time?
Yeah, right. That was a different time. We didn't have, the rules should be that we win. We get to do what we want. When politics descends to power grabs, then the whole process will descend into chaos. This is a quick way to destroy constitutional government. What's the point of getting an additional vote on the court if it destroys the court's legitimacy? And I will say, any nominee who goes along with this, any woman who allows herself to be put forward is participating in McConnell's lie and lacks the integrity to be on the court.
Professor Ledowitz, we really appreciate you. Thank you for taking the time tonight to offer your opinions.
Thank you very much.